Good morning, welcome to the vlog. I'm so excited to run around the town and do all of the bookish things. I think we're gonna head to a free little library. We're gonna go to the bookstore and pick up Emily Henry's new book. Hopefully it's there. We live in kind of like a small town, so I'm not entirely sure if our Books A Million is gonna have it because we don't have Barnes & Noble, so that's a bummer. I'm also gonna look at like my May reading wrap up and make sure I have everything logged in Fable, and then also put some of the books that I read this month that were my favorites into my junk journal because I haven't done that in a while. So we're gonna do that, and then we'll just see what else we get up to reading wise. I'm literally finishing one of the best books that I've read this year right now. So I'm reading The Crooked Kingdom. It's like the follow-up to Six of Crows, and I know Six of Crows is so popular. I've heard about it so much, but I honestly had not really thought about reading it until this month, and I just picked that up and started going with it. So I am obsessed. It's not something I normally read because usually everything that I read has like heavy romance plots in it, but I really like it. It's so action-packed. There are so many backstories, and I just love the way her storytelling kind of flows and works. So anyways, I'm finishing reading that, and then once I'm done with that, we are definitely gonna add those into the junk journal because I just know that those are gonna be like my top books of May. After I have all that done, I think we're gonna set up like a TBR for June. I've never really done like a TBR list, so I think I'm gonna just like make one on my phone. I need to read like 5 books at least. I think I'll be able to read more because it's officially summer and I'm a teacher, so come on, I have like the most time that I've ever had right now. I have a goal to read 52 books by the end of the year, which is averaging 1 book a week. I'm a little bit behind because I didn't read anything in the month of March, so I'm trying to catch back up. Other than that, me and my husband are just checking in for one night at a little boutique hotel in our downtown area. We live in a small town. I don't know if I should call it a small town because like it's big enough that we have like Friday night concerts in the summer, and there are 3 to 5 coffee shops downtown and good places to eat downtown, but it's not like a city. I don't know how to explain it, but anyways, we're checking in. We're gonna have a staycation night tonight because he's a high school football coach, and Dead Week ends this week, which means he's gonna start up everything like go on Monday. So we're staying the night tonight. We're going to a little concert, and then tomorrow we will hang out downtown. So I'll have so much time to read, but it's a dreary, gloomy little morning. So this morning I'm just going to finish The Crooked Kingdom on audiobook while I put all those books in my junk journal and update my Fable. I think my Fable's pretty up to date, but we're just gonna check it and make sure because I love Fable. If you don't have a Fable, if you're still on Goodreads, you need to switch now. So I'll put a link to that in the description so you can go check that out because, I mean, who doesn't love a good pie chart? Maybe it's just me because I'm a math teacher. Anyways, let's go junk journal.
You could hear people laughing. Boys, girls, women, men. Things were in disastrous shape at the Emerald Hut. Flooded the room, the dresser, more into the hallway, past the guards still posted there. Then he raced past them, game to his liking, rewritten the misfortune who had helped raise Brecker. Elizabeth Evans, J. Snyder.
I just dropped my kids off so we could check into the hotel. It's not quite time to check in yet. I brought 2 books with me right now so that I can go see about a free little library on my way home to pick up Levi. And also we're definitely gonna head to the bookstore and get that Emily Henry book that I need for book club. So I think there are a couple free little libraries like downtown within walking distance of the hotel. So if I don't find anything at a free little library on the way, I can definitely do that tonight, tomorrow, whenever. So I'm gonna just hang on to those books and take them with me. One of them is The Handmaid's Tale. Honestly, have not read this. I got this from a free little library and I just haven't read it yet. So I'm like, well, it's just collecting dust. We can switch that out for another book if I find one. And then this is like an indie book. It's Critical Habitat. This is like a dystopian sci-fi book that I got at a local bookstore in Calhoun. And it was like a date with a book situation where it was a mystery book. And I love that. That's awesome. But I can also switch this out. I think it's cool to put things like this in free little libraries so that people can kind of be like put onto a book that they have not ever heard of. So I'll drop this in there as well if I find something that I like. But we're gonna head to the bookstore first and pick up the Emily Henry book, and then if we have time we'll hit one of the other free little libraries that we won't be able to walk to within the next couple days. I'm back home. I'm getting everything ready to go because we can check into the hotel in like 20 minutes. So that's awesome. I'm so excited for that. But I did get my book for book club. And I'm going to be honest, this is probably the most expensive book I've ever purchased. I normally don't buy books like brand new. And this one's a hardcover. I like a soft cover, like a soft, not hardback book, but this is all they had. I also hate the freaking stickers on here. Like, this is a brand new book. Of course, it's in Reese's Book Club. I don't need that sticker. Anyways, people say it's really good, and we're reading it for book club, so I had to have it anyways. So I could either like try to read it at the library, but that probably wasn't gonna happen because very popular, brand new. So I just went ahead and bought it. I better love it. I've only actually read one of Emily Henry's books ever. I read Book Lovers by Emily Henry, and that's all I've read by her, but I thought it was good. It was at the beginning of my reading journey, so I'm not sure like exactly how good it was, but I'm excited to read this and see how it goes. I've heard that once I start, I'm probably not going to be able to stop, so I might take this with me. The other thing that I did was switch out The Handmaid's Tale for The Giver. Honestly, a free little library feels a little bit like Disney pin trading to me. So if anybody is a Disney person, like a Disney Parks person, you'll understand. I love pin trading. So I went up to the free little library, and honestly, once I was there, I was like, I can't just leave without anything. So I decided to switch Handmaid's Tale for The Giver. There were a ton of books in that free little library. Normally, I don't actually find that many. But this is just an instant classic, you know? So if I end up keeping this, it's not the end of the world. You know, I just feel like I'm always like trading up, trying to find the next best thing in a free little library. So I still have these books that I'm going to take with me today when we go to the hotel to see if we can find any other free little libraries where I can switch these out. Anyways, Levi should be on his way home, so we're gonna pack up and head to maybe like Academy or somewhere to get some camp chairs because ours are like fraying and old. So we're gonna get some of those because we're going to a little concert downtown, and then we're gonna head out, hang out with our friends tonight, and then have just a relaxing morning tomorrow morning in downtown. We should have some time to read, go to some free little libraries, and all of that. So I'm going to go ahead and get everything packed up, and I think once we're at the hotel, we'll talk about my TBR. Welcome to the staycation room. I am very excited. It is honestly a really cute room. It's like got dark, deep colors, very moody, and it has an awesome window with a great view of the little downtown area. I'm so excited to just like kick back and read. I wish there were like chairs somewhere that were like cozy, comfy, that wasn't the bed, you know? But anyways, I am going to show you what I'm hoping to read in the month of June. I like to give myself a little bit of wiggle room, okay? I never really do a TBR, but I'm gonna put this one on my notes app just because I want to try this out. So I'm literally just pulling up my notes app, and I'm going to type in all the books I'm going to read for the month of June. I want to give myself a little bit of wiggle room since I've never done this before, and I'm going to do like 4 books on my TBR, and then like my 5th book can be a floater, and then if I read more than that, that's incredible. I don't really want to like tie myself down to only read these books. So since I'm usually reading like 5 books a month, I don't want every single one of them to be like, I need to read these books. So we're going to start out with the most obvious one, Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. This is going to be fantastic. I just know it is. We've already talked about this one plenty. It's the book club book. That's why I'm reading it. So that's going to be first on the TBR. This next one, I've honestly tried to convince myself that I'm going to read it. I'm going to put it on the TBR and we're going to hope that I read it, but it might be the last one I get to. I'm just going to really have to be in the mood for it. So that's The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. I just know this book's going to wreck me. It's not like a feel-good book. I do like that it's kind of going to be different than all of the other books, but I still just... Look, this thing is chunky. It has almost 600 pages, and I just know it's going to be really heavy. So I just know it's going to be such a good book, but I'm not like pumped about it. I do really want to read it though. I've heard it's fantastic. So that is going on the TBR. It's nothing I'm going to jump into right now, but it's on the TBR. Then we have People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry as well. Like I said earlier, I've only read one Emily Henry book, so I have 2 of them on my TBR for this month, and we'll see if I just become an avid fan. And then the last one is going to be a Kindle Unlimited book. This one is The Shadows That Listen, and I don't really know exactly what this is about. I think it's got like an angel's plot to it. I'm not sure how much I love that, but we're going to see. I've never really read anything like that, so we'll see about that. The other book that I'm going to read this month, I can almost guarantee is going to be like a romantasy book, because I love romantasy. I eat that shit up, and I don't have any other ones other than Shadows That Listen. So it'll probably end up being another book from Kindle Unlimited that I end up reading for my 5th read. Hopefully I'll read a little bit more than that because it's the summer and I have time. Also, I am a Kindle bitch, okay? So I just love reading on the Kindle. I have these 3 physical books and I will read them because I have them, but I really prefer reading on a Kindle, and it's just easier for me with kids at night. Like, it's just easier to read on the Kindle. So I will end up, I know, reading at least 2 to 3 books on the Kindle. I'm trying to decide what book I'm going to start literally right this second, and I think it's going to be The People We Meet on Vacation. It's a bit of a smaller book. It's a paperback. It's easier to carry around. Tomorrow's the last day of May, so I don't think I'm going to finish it in May, but I might. It's on the June TBR, so we're going to go with, this is going to be my first book that I complete in June. So I'm going to go ahead and start this. We have an hour and a half until we're meeting our friends for dinner, and before then, I definitely want to hit up a free little library to see if I can switch out either of the books that I brought for that. But let's go see what we can get up to in People We Meet on Vacation. Not again. Good morning. It is officially June, and I woke up this morning and finished The People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. I thought this was a good, fun read. I'm not sure if it's just the genre for me, but it just feels like, you know, just a good, fun rom-com. And this one has like some summery vibes because they're going on vacations together. I honestly really liked how it like time jumped and we had different years of their lives kind of in between what's happening right now, and it just gave us such good backstory and such good context for everything. But like, they were just so clearly in love the whole entire time. And I know, obviously, like, this is a romance book, that's how it's gonna end, right? But still, it was a bit obvious to me. I don't know how to describe that because it's gonna be obvious when they've been in love for 12 years. But anyways, I ended up giving this book like a 3.5 star on my Fable because it's just a fun read. It's a good read, but it's nothing that like is going to stand out to me. It's not going to be something that I'm going to highly recommend. It doesn't like alter the brain chemistry for a 5 star. It's good. It's a fun time. if somebody's like, should I read that? Yeah, sure, it's fun. So that's what I thought about the people we meet on vacation. I'm excited to read the other Emily Henry book this month for book club, but I do think I'm going to take a little break in between this one and the other, just because that genre, I don't know. I just feel like I need to break from that. I need to break it up into this, and then maybe like my romantasy read that's on my TBR. We'll see how much I like that. So, but that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Hopefully I'll have a good book review in my next vlog, because I want to finish this one pretty quickly and get 2 books under wraps for like the first week of June. That'd be insane. I'd love that. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you then.